So everyone's going to get prompted that the webinar is being recorded. Did you get it, Annalee?
Yes, I got it.
Okay, you can start anytime.
Okay, do we need to say that this meeting's being recorded? It's Monday, September 13th at 6:04.
Already recorded.
Okay, cool. All right, so I will call this meeting to order and we will do roll call. Annalee, Area 1, here. Steve,
Here.
Area 6 rep. All right, here. Richard Ortiz, Area 5 rep.
Ahoy! Right here.
All right. So we are just missing Gil. Hopefully he will show up, and that would be all of our committee members. So we have quorum. Okay, non-agenda public comments.
So
Do we have any non-agenda public comments? Okay, I see no hands up. So I will move on to community and board announcements. Richard has one, so I will unmute him. Asked to unmute, okay. That's
Cool.
right?
Hello.
Yes.
Cool. So I just wanted to bring up that I believe yesterday or the day before, there was like a tournament going on at the Lincoln Park skate park. So I recruited those guys to see if they're going to be if they would like to be part of the parade.
Cool,
So,
I like
yeah.
Cool. That's awesome. I know they'd be like build some like little ramps and they can like skate down and then like parade stops, they can like do some like tricks and stuff like that.
That's not a bad idea.
Right? That'd be
like
super. I think that could go a lot of cool different ways. And yeah, I know that well, I don't know, whatever, I guess we'll like get to it later and I'll touch on it. Something else that we could do with it. Anyways. Okay, cool. I love that.
Cool. That's it.
Okay, cool. All right. So new agenda items. We'll all introduce ourselves and I guess that I'll go first. So I'm Annalee and I'm Area 1 rep and I wanted to be on the holiday parade because I've worked in production and I know how to, do organization and really interested in getting more involved in fundraising type of things. So this is a good opportunity to utilize some of those ideas and get funds available also for the parade. I really loved one of the pictures when we were running for the council. One of the pictures was like a vintage picture and it had all of Broadway with the tinsel all dressed up. And it just like made me feel very nostalgic. And I was like, oh, I love like where I grew up, we would decorate, like our town had like, was very, it was Victorian and they would decorate the streets up. And it just really like makes, even if you're, you don't decorate at home or you're kind of a little bit bah humbug, it really just kind of raises your spirits during the holidays when your whole community is decorated and all nice. So like just want to bring that to the community. And also I was very interested before COVID in designing a float for the Rose Parade. And one of my friends, in my wood turning club is very involved in that. So he was like giving me pointers on it and how to just go about that and like where you sign up for different contests and things like that. So can utilize that and get kind of involved. So anyways, that's it. All right. Next.
I guess I'll go next.
All right.
Area 6 rep Steve Lucero. I have extensive experience. I thought it'd be good for this because I have extensive experience in production for the city of Alhambra. I worked for a number of years, over a decade. They had huge acts, pretty big names like Tina Marie. And I actually had the opportunity to work hospitality and work specifically with these artists and transporting them. And I got to see the massive amount of people that came. It was a really fun time. It was truly one of my favorite experiences growing up. And I think that could be a good asset for this. I'm also a photographer. I can hopefully be able to help in some way, shape, or form in that sense as well. I think that's about it.
Yay, thank you. All right, Richard, it's your turn.
Cool. So I'm Richard Ortiz. I am the Area 5 rep for the Lincoln Heights NC. I wanted to be part of it because it's one of the biggest things that everyone looks forward to in the neighborhood. It's one of the only things that brings us all together, and it gets pretty crowded too. It's pretty fun, and I want to make it even better and extended. That's my goal. Yeah, short, sweet, to the point. Cool.
I know, I love that. And I think like, you know, all of us really, yeah, want to make, from what, you know, I've gathered that we all really want to make it a really nice big production and just, you know, put a lot of energy into it and make it, yeah, extra big and special. So I think it'll be really fun. Okay, cool. So we'll move on to B, Holiday Parade Committee purposes and goals. So, Vince, I'm like, I mean, I think, you know, obviously our purpose is to bring the community together to showcase, you know, and also you guys can add into this, Steve and Richard as well, you know, showcase different businesses, showcase, you know, I would like, I really thought it'd be fun this year to be able to showcase some of like the history of Lincoln Heights, just because it was really interesting. And I really valued learning a lot about that when we were running for council. So, and a lot of things, you know, I would just talk about with other people and they're like, wow, that is so cool, you know? So hopefully we could integrate that in and really just bring the community together and give back and, you know, give a nice Christmas present to everybody is what I'm hoping for. I don't know. Does anybody else want to add to that?
Yeah, contribute to the good spirit of the city. Yeah.
Totally agree. After this whole COVID thing, we need something like this to raise our spirits.
Yeah, totally. So hopefully we just really get to, yeah, build people's spirits and bring people together and give them, you know, a nice gift from our council back to our community. So, okay, so we'll move on to C, discussion and possible action on future agenda items. So, basically, I kind of underneath the discussion and possible action, I list that's where all of these different, the 1 through 7. So these are all different items. We can either, yeah, figure them out right now, or we can figure out, you know, well, we can put it on for a future agenda. Like I was, item number 1, the date and the time. I started looking at it right before the meeting, because I didn't anyways. It's like, obviously we want to do it in December, right? And probably more towards the beginning, because more towards Christmas, at least this is what I'm thinking. And that's the item that we're on now, is the date and time, because it's, you know, sub underneath the C, the 1. But a little bit more towards the beginning, maybe not closer because if people are going out of town, but I think what we should do also is to really research. Richard, yes.
Oh, I just wanted to bring up that every year it's on, I believe the 2nd or 3rd Sunday of December.
Okay.
But let me double check on that. Let me get back to you with that.
Okay, cool. So this is like, yeah, so item 1 we'll definitely put for future agenda items. And also I was thinking we should, like, I started looking up when the Highland Park, I know that Highland Park and Boyle Heights kind of also have bigger, oh, thank you for the share. Okay, Sunday, okay. So the 25th is on a Saturday, so Sunday. Yeah, I mean, I always like things when I mean, personally, whatever, anyways, but not that it's, but like closer to holidays, I mean, or whatever, like makes it a little bit more holiday feeling, but also, like there are, well, I think we should really find out when like the Hollywood, I don't know, the Hollywood is a pretty big parade. So in case, just so that people could be available. And then the Boyle Heights and Highland Park, we probably don't want to be on like the same days as those. That's just my only suggestion. But so that's something for us to just think about, and to ask our constituents. So that's all I have to say about that. I don't know. Do you guys have anything to add about that as far as like, I know that, what Richard said is good to keep it like consistent with the second or third Sunday. And then, what I said just about the neighboring holiday parades.
Consistent sounds good.
Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. So we'll keep that as a future agenda item. And then we'll move on to item number 2, which is ideas for possible themes. So I mean, I just like really, I had mentioned before about wanting to design a float for the Rose Parade. And I know that they have like a theme every year. So I think that's probably where that came from. But I had some suggestions from other people with different ideas, like maybe getting the Natural History Museum to do a sponsor a float like with the whale from Flat Top. And I was like, oh, that kind of made me think of like, like a ho 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 historical holiday parade, which is vague. And then we could integrate things, and I thought it would be fun to like have us maybe be like commentators, how they do it like that at any other like broadcasted holiday parade, and we could talk about then like all of the different history. But this is just anyways a personal idea, but whatever anyway. But so as far as ideas, I mean, I want to get more feedback from people on obviously themes, and if they even like an idea for a theme, because holiday is still a theme. So what do you guys think about that?
I personally love the idea of being broadcasters. It's something I always wanted to do. Aside from that, like everything's cool. I mean, the only thing I would suggest is maybe later on we would do like for our social media pages, like so the people could vote for different things, perhaps.
Yeah, like okay. Yeah, I like that. That's good because I know that it was mentioned with people getting pretty excited about finding out about the meeting that we should start a page. So that is something that well, it's number 6, so outreach plan. So that would be like, well, I guess we should wait to talk about that till 6. But anyways, basically like, yeah, that'll be good. I think we'll start a Instagram and Facebook page. We can ask people and kind of get responses, and then on our next meeting we can maybe have like a, I don't know, or through the social media, like a community vote or something like that,
Cool.
But we'll talk about that, I guess, more at item 6, or should we do it now? I don't know.
Sorry for jumping the gun.
Oh no, you're good. No, that's good. I like that. No, like, because I was thinking that I was like, how? Yeah. Anyways, I was thinking maybe like getting Diana to get like the high schoolers too, but then also you go to like the skate park, you could get like feedback there too, Richard. So okay, so under number 2, we'll just put in that on social media. We will be taking, that's one thing that we'll put on the social media, is taking suggestions for it. Also, I think that, like when we go around to get sponsorship and stuff like that, it kind of can boost people's excitement, you know, like, ooh, wow, oh, it's gonna be like, you know, this kind of a theme. Like, how are people gonna, you know, showcase that or whatever. I don't know, you know, who knows. All right, so we'll do social media for the and we'll take suggestions, and we'll do like a community vote, and then we'll put that on for the next meeting. And so then by the next meeting we'll have it figured it out so that we can get rocking and rolling with everything. All right. Ideas for end of parade gathering. So I know that at the parking lot behind the office in Bank of America is kind of where everybody. Oh, question. Okay. From Dennis. Hold on. Sorry. Yes, Dennis. Allowed to talk. Dennis?
Okay, great. Yeah, I was just gonna say, welcome everybody. Good to see everybody. I mean, we're excited that the parade is coming back and everything, because COVID obviously, you know, made a lot of events stop coming. But Tran and I, we're with the Lincoln ISO program nonprofit, and you guys have sponsored us, you know, through grant last in the end of spring there. And then we have always helped a lot with the end of the parade. Actually, we've helped to run the end of the year, end of the parade festival at Bank of America. So we have a lot of info and a desire to help again with whatever capacity you have, or want to have us, you know, help with that, as well as ideas and so forth. And also to give you kind of, if you want some examples of what has happened in the past years, we're definitely able to do that for you all. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, I'm super, that's very, 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 very helpful. So maybe if my email's on here, would you mind sending me an email so that I have direct contact with you?
Definitely. And just to give you an idea, I think again, I'm not sure about the budgets and stuff like that what you have, but what they've done in the past was they had like snow come in, so they would do a snow slide for the student for kids. We would help with a Santa tent. Our nonprofit would provide the toys for Santa to give out. We set up a whole tent and line and so forth. There was photos that kids could take photos with Santa, digital, and they would get it printed out right there in the little machine. And then there was food, obviously, entertainment, Christmas music, and other folks that would just come off the parade that would do little performances, tables, chairs for folks to eat, different booths. Like we would have face painting and arts and crafts, and folks would have different booths set up with little giveaways for folks coming out and so forth. So yeah, just to give you kind of a little heads up on stuff that has happened in the past. It's a lot of fun.
Awesome. I love that. It sounds like it's like a lot of that, like, yeah, different ideas kind of that like going on in my head. So that's I love that. Okay, cool. Maybe on this item, unless like, will Steve or Richard, if you have more things to add as far, I know that Steve had, I know Steve's like, what?
No, I'm sorry. I was just gonna ask if I could ask Dennis a question.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Hey, Dennis, have you worked with any other cities regarding any large events like this?
Yeah, we do it all the time. So we actually, our youth clubs, we serve about 200 teens, and we do 30 to 32 events per year. Most of those are community service, everything from float decorating to the Boyle Heights toy giveaway with Danny Hernandez at the Hollenbeck Center and Arnold Schwarzenegger over there. We do the Chinatown events that they have. There's summer nights or Moon Festival. We've helped with probably over a decade, I think, with the Christmas Festival and Parade here in Lincoln Heights. And the LA Marathon, Water to the Runners. We're doing Breast Cancer Walk. We've done that for years and so forth. So yeah, so we have some experience, or quite a bit of experience with different events. Mm-hmm.
Thank you. That's very clear. I appreciate that. A lot of excellent events in there.
I know, right? Such a good question, Steve. Gosh, I know. So excited. That's, yeah, very exciting. This is to be a great help, Dennis. So let's see. I guess that, well, this is obviously, like I said, discussion and possible action on future agenda items. So let's just all kind of, we can touch base with Dennis, and then also really just start to, I think this is something also that we can put on social media to see if other people have any ideas, like something that I was thinking would be fun would be to get have like Dennis mentioned, some like arts and crafts for the kids, like maybe making some frames for their pictures with Santa, but then also maybe like have, if it's early enough, or even if it's close, but get people in the community, if they make like any kind of cool items that they would want to sell, like almost like a craft fair type of a thing, so that people could go and purchase those for Christmas presents. It would be kind of, killing two birds with one stone, like supporting, community artists, and then also getting some of your shopping done. So anyways, just let's we could put that also on social media, and then everybody kind of marinate on that for the next meeting.
I love the social media idea to really help people or make people feel like they have access to contribute rather than having to maybe come to a meeting like this.
Yeah, for sure. I know, right? Not my idea. So definitely such a good idea that I'm like very thankful that somebody suggested. But yeah, I know, right? Yeah, it makes it just because anybody can think anytime and then just kind of put it on there, and then people can start discussing, and it just obviously social media is
Cultural.
So,
Multiple ideas.
Yeah. Okay. So well, Dennis will email me. I will have his contact info, and then we'll get things going on the social media, and we'll have, time to talk more about that in the future. All right. So for sponsorship, I think also, social media can be really good for the sponsorship as well. Definitely think that somebody suggested to me, so I'm gonna share this with you guys, is that that maybe the parade could I don't know like how this would all, if anybody, I don't know, anyways, just an idea, but that the parade could and possibly be like a fundraiser for something else that we want to do in the community, and we could then get different sponsorships and have like different levels how they do for things. So just a very vague idea. I don't know what it would be like, something that we could use all the funds for spots. Hold on, sorry, Vince is telling me he is leaving. Okay, hold on. Okay. Okay, sorry, and I am back. Okay, sorry. So now Vince is gone, I'm all alone here. All right, anyways, but yeah, as far as the sponsorship, I know sometimes it's sponsorship for like floats or whatever, but definitely maybe even like I was thinking if there needs to be like sponsorship for cheerleading or band members for like their costumes that they would want to, like ideal costumes